All right, welcome back to the night class. Today we are adding and subtracting polynomials. We're starting chapter 7. You need to be on page 362, and if you'll flip back, to page 358, this is where the notes on the board will be. 362 is where our homework is going to be from. So, but right now we're on 358. It says, find the degree of each monomial. Okay, so first off, what is a monomial?
I forgot.
Well, it's a polynomial, but what is mon?
Line.
Mon means one. Okay, a monocle is one of those bad guys where they just wear one eye. The penguin from Batman, yeah, they wear just one lens of glasses. Okay, that's a monocle. I'm trying to think of something else. That's
Monofilaments only made of one strand.
Monofilaments only one strand or something. Okay, so a monomial is a polynomial that only has one term. Okay, so
No.
so this is one term, one term, one term, one term. All A, B, C, and D all have one term. Okay, the degree of the monomial is you take all the exponents of the variables and add them together. Okay? If there's only one variable, do you have to add anything? No. So what is the degree of A? 2. Easy as that. Okay? B has a degree of what?
2.
The Y has an exponent of 3. What is the exponent on X? It has an exponent of 1. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Is everybody understanding that? Okay, when it asks for the degree, it wants to know what are all the exponents added together in each term. Okay, this one, what's my degree? 6. 3 and 3. 3 and 3 make what? 6. And what is my degree if there is no exponent? 0. It is 0. Why? Because what happened is there was a variable there, but its degree, its exponent was 0, so what happened to it?
Bye-bye.
It goes away, okay? Because anything to the 0 power is 1. So that would be like -3 times 1, which is just -3. So anytime there's no variable, it has a degree of 0. Any questions on example 1?
No.
Everybody good? Beautiful.
Missed the first 4 phrase.
Real quick, we're going to do extra example. Real fast.
You just hit me.
A, exponent. 1. Beautiful.
4.
4,
Equal
3.
3,
0.
0. Got it. Everybody good?
No, you're last.
Okay. Example 2. See, I'm teaching you Spanish too. How about that? All right.
Why?
It says write 15x minus x cubed plus 3 in standard form, and we need to identify. Why is it not moving over? Maybe I need that.
It hates you.
There we go. All right. It says write 15x minus x to the third plus 3 in standard form. Identify the degree and leading coefficient of the polynomial. So, standard form. All that means is you write whatever the polynomial is in order from highest degree to lowest degree. Okay? So, what is the highest degree? What is the degree of this monomial? This one has 1. This one's 3. And what's that one? 0. So I'm going to put them in order of biggest degree to smallest degree. So what comes first?
Congratulations.
What? Negative what? X to the third. What comes next? Positive 15x plus 3. That is standard form. Okay?
That's all you're doing?
Then it says identify the degree and leading coefficient. So my degree and my leading coefficient, I'm just going to put LC for leading coefficient. The degree of the entire thing is the biggest one. So what was the biggest one? 3. So that's the degree. The leading coefficient, leading is where? What does that mean when you're in the lead? You're where?
First.
You're in first. You're in the front, right? So and the coefficient is the number that's in front of variables, right? So what is my leading coefficient? Not negative x. Negative 1. Remember, coefficients are always numbers. Negative 1. Okay? So all you have to do is when you write it in standard form, your leading coefficient's just going to be whatever that first number is. But you have to write it in standard form first. Does that make sense? Easy enough? Okay? Let's try another, because these are nice and quick. Example 2.
Well.
All right. Don't blurt it out. I'm going to pick on somebody. Ethan, help me out here. What would come first? You got negative 8 plus 9x squared minus 2x. If we're putting it in standard form, what's coming first?
Let's see here. Negative 8.
No. Which one has the biggest degree?
9x, 2.
9x squared. Which one has the next biggest degree?
Negative 2x.
Negative 2x. And finally, which one has the smallest degree? Minus 8. That would be standard form. Okay? What's my degree? 2. The degree is just your highest exponent. Okay? And the leading coefficient is after you've written it in standard form. That's important. After you've written it in standard form, the leading coefficient is just the first number. So what's the first number? 9.
That's what I got right.
That's it. Okay? Everybody good? All right. Let's try example 3. Had a bad run of missing those things. You need to come on, take your test. Get them out of the way. Okay. I know, I forgot to. All right, here we go.
Hey, what is it?
Example 3. College. Write each polynomial in standard form, identify the degree, and classify each polynomial by the number of terms. So we're doing the same thing we did, but now we're going to classify it by how many terms it has. Okay, so here we go. Standard form. What would the standard form be here? Negative 3. Z to the 4th. There's just one term, so there's only one way to write it. Everybody with me? Okay. What would its degree be?
4.
4. And then classify by the number of terms in the polynomial. So if it has one term, we already talked about it. What do we call it? A what? A monomial. Very good. Now we didn't talk about anything but a monomial, so let's talk about the other ones. What if it has 2 terms?
Binomial.
It's a
Binomial.
binomial. Like a bicycle has 2 wheels. Okay, a tricycle has 3 wheels. So monomial, binomial. What if it has 3 terms? Trinomial. Because same reason. Same reason a tricycle. Okay.
It was
All
a
right.
rhetorical one.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So if it's anything above 3, okay, everybody listen closely. If it's anything above 3, you just call it a 4-term polynomial or a 5-term polynomial. They don't have special names. Okay? So monomial, binomial, trinomial. Those are the only ones that have special
There
names.
was one, now there's more, because in what's her face's class,
Meganum.
we
What's this?
had a paper that had literally went
Oh
to
yeah,
like,
we had about 4 terms about it.
yeah, 4 terms.
It was monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial. Those were the 4.
Yeah, polynomial.
Right, but you have to tell.
Because I was true that.
Y'all aren't listening very closely. I just said anything above 3, okay, it would be like a 4-term polynomial, a 5-term polynomial, a 6-term polynomial.
You just put say
Poly just represent, poly, all that means is many, okay?
So we just put poly.
So a polygon is a shape with a lot of sides. Okay? So you have to tell me how many terms the polynomial has. Don't just put polynomial.
So you just put
Okay.
something, something term.
Correct.
Okay.
You would say 5-term polynomial
Okay.
if it has 5 of them. Okay? What about this one? What's the standard form?
5x2 negative x
5x.
plus 4.
Y'all try not to say 5x2. Okay?
Squared.
It's 5x squared. Then what? What comes next? Negative x. And last, plus 4. What's my degree? 2. And is it a, what's the name of it? It is a trinomial. I want to make sure y'all understand what we're counting when we're saying it's a trinomial. Okay? This is one term. This is one term. That's one term. How many terms are there? 3. Okay? Terms are always separated by plus or minuses. Okay? If you're multiplying, that's the same term. If you're dividing, it's the same term. But if you're adding or subtracting, that's what's separating the terms. Everybody good? Okay? How about C? Standard form, what would it be? What would come first? Q to the 5th plus 8q. Very good. What's my degree? Not 6. What's my degree? 5. That's the highest exponent, right? Okay. And then that is a what type? Binomial. Okay. Questions on those? Pretty simple. Now, so you don't like a blanket? You got some blankies over there. Got a Minnie Mouse.
No.
Look, she's staring at you. She's like, "Hey, I'll make you warm." No? Okay.
So you're not supposed to add them?
Nope, you can't add them. Why can't you add them? Gosh, y'all quit getting in the desk like that. You're going to break them. Why can't you add these?
I mean, they're the same.
They're not the same. One's q to the what?
8.
No.
2 to the 5th.
One's q to the 5th, and the other one is just q.
So if they're the same, you could add
To be the same, they have to be the same variable with the same degree. You with me? Okay. All right. Moving on. Example 4. Now, Katrina,
Hi, Katrina. You asked for more and you gave us more.
we are,
Shut up.
now we're adding them. Okay? Now hush. Now, when you add them,
You made it just weird.
that's not good.
That's not good.
Pause. Okay, so this time we are adding. But in order to add, we have to get like terms. Okay? Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Put them in standard form?
You also need to put them in standard form. So
Oh, this is a little extra stuff.
listen to me. I'm going to do these. We got 2 examples. I'll probably do another one that's like this just to show you the different ways you can do it. Okay? You can stack them on top of each other if you want to. Okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, you remember this? 6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember that? Okay. You can do that with these. You just have to make sure you stack like terms. Okay? So this 2x squared, I'm going to add it there. Okay?
Okay.
This x to the 3rd, I'm going to put here. And minus 1, I'm going to put over here because it actually does not match up with anything. Does everybody see that? We have x to the 3rds, we have x squareds, we have just an x, and we have just a 1. And now add them up, straight up and down. What's 2x to the 3rd plus 3x to the 3rd? How many x to the 3rds are there? No. 3. There's 2 here, and how many's here? 1. That's 3 of them. 3 what? Remember, you do not. When do you add the exponents? When you're doing what to them? You're multiplying them. Okay? We are adding them together. Think of these as like apples. Okay? This is saying I got 2 apples plus 1 more apple. How many apples I got? 3, okay? I don't have 3 apples squared, right? Because we're adding apples. Same thing here. This is how many x cubes? No, how many's right here? 2. How many's right here? So how many total x cubes do I have? I have 3. You do not add the exponents, all right? Negative, how many x squareds are here? Negative 5. How many's here? So, how many do I have total? Negative 3 x squared. The x, do I have anything to add it to? No, so I just do what? Just bring it down. What about the negative 1? Just bring it down.
Will they always be in standard form?
Not necessarily. If they're not, what do you need to do? Put them in standard form. If you notice, the first one was in standard form, the second one was not. So I rearranged it when I wrote it under, okay? Now, do you have to do it like this? No. Some people like doing it like this, though, to keep them together, okay? You can just add them normal, like here. Here's a 3x squared plus another x squared. So how many x squareds do I have? 4. I have 4 x squareds, okay? There's an x plus a 4x. How many x's? 5 plus 5x. Negative 6 plus 10 is positive 4. And I can't add these x's together because they don't have the same degree. Everybody understand that? Okay? Like I said, I'm a man of my word. We're gonna do another example like that real quick. Okay? Won't take but a second. Okay. This one. 3x squareds here. 5x squares there. How many x squared? 8x squared plus 6x plus 4. 8x squared plus 6x plus 4. Everybody with me? Okay. Here, like terms, negative 5a squared and 2a squared make. What do negative 5a squared and 2a squared make? Not 0. Negative 3. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. Okay? A minus A. They cancel. 2 minus 9. So negative 3a squared minus 7. Any questions on that? Everybody good? All right, last one. We added. This time we're going to subtract. All right. I highly recommend you do this like me. We just did some where we added them. Did you think that was hard?
No.
No. Okay. So what I'm going to do for the subtracting problems is I'm going to make them into adding problems. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change that to a positive. Rather than subtracting, we're going to change it to an add. And I can do that as long as I do what behind it? Change everything in the parentheses behind it. All their signs. So this negative becomes what? Positive. This positive becomes negative, and this negative becomes positive. Understand me. Everybody look at me. If I have something else out here that's outside the parentheses, I don't change that. It stays like it is if that happens. Everybody with me? You only change what's in the parentheses behind it. Okay? Now that I've changed everything, it's just like an addition problem. Okay? So I can say 4n squared plus 5, and I'm going to have positive 2n squared right here, minus 2n, plus 4. Add them up. What is 4 plus, what in the world? What is 4 plus 2? 6n squared minus, can I add 2n to anything? Just drop it down. 5 plus 4 is 9. Any questions? How to do that? All right. Part B, same thing. I'm going to change this to what? Plus. This becomes minus, plus, plus. So I did this one like where I stacked them on top of each other. This one I'm just going to add my like terms. So I have 4x squared minus 3x squared. How many x squareds are left? 1. X squared. All right. Negative 3x plus x. What kind of 2? Negative 2x. 5 plus 8 plus 13. Any questions? Everybody good? Ethan, you got that? Even though you got your head down and it's covered up with a blanket on the internet? Hope your mama doesn't watch this. It'd be cool if I could send her the link. I can send her the link. Heck yeah. Yes.
Kyler covered me up.
Yeah, it was Kyler's fault. You're right. All right. Just messing with Ethan. Any questions? Hope this video helped you guys. Good luck on your homework. We'll see you next time. And as always, stay above the line.